Hello, it's good to see you. Good day. Hope you're feeling okay and having a good day. This is the second of my lockdown assemblies, and this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, I've got a story for you. It's called The Edge of the River, and the idea is from a book in the Bible called Exodus, which is in the Old Testament. Now, this story has got sounds and actions with some of the words, so we're going to have to go through them first, okay? And then I'll remind you as we go along. Now, the first one is this. When I say it was wet, I want you to shake off the water off your hands, okay? It was wet. It was boring. Oh. It was looking bad. Oh no. It was getting even worse. Oh no. Can you see the difference? Okay. It was looking bad. Oh no. It was looking worse. Oh no. It was looking better. It was time to do something. Tap your watch. Pretend watch if you haven't got one on. It was time to wonder. Well, the sign for wonder is this. So we'll do that. It was time to wonder. Wow. Let's go through them once more and then we'll begin the story. It was wet. It was boring. Oh. It was looking bad. Oh no. It was looking even worse. Oh no. It was looking better. It was time to do something. It was time to wonder. Whoa! Are you ready? So let's begin the story. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was wet. Squidgy, toe wet. Soggy, bottom wet. Hot and muggy, sweaty wet. The girl peered through the reeds. They sprouted thick and tall from the riverbank mud. The girl peered out onto the river at a bobbing bulrush boat. Do you know what that is? What's a bulrush boat? It's kind of a boat shape made out of the bulrushes. I said they were woven like a basket. She hoped that her brother at least was dry. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was wet. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was boring. Oh. She was supposed to watch her brother. That's what her mother had said. She was supposed to make sure that nothing happened to him. She was supposed to just sit there and wait. But for how long? Till Pharaoh, king of Egypt, decided to stop killing all the baby Hebrew boys. Till her little brother started to outgrow his bulrush boat. Till his arms poked through the sides and his legs poked through the end and his head popped out of the top. The girl laughed when she thought about it. It was nice to laugh for a change, better than being bored. Better than sitting legs stiff still. Better than staring, eyes tired and sore. Better than nodding off, eyelids drooping, chin dropping onto her chest. What was it like on the edge of the river? It was boring. Oh. What was it like on the edge of the river? It was looking bad. Oh no! The girls' long wait was broken by the sound of voices. The riverbank reeds were broken by tramping feet, and the hot sweat of boredom broke into a cold, sweaty fear. The girl crouched down as low as she could, so she could see without being seen. What she saw were women. What she saw were Egyptian women. What she saw were Egyptian women walking alongside the river right towards her baby brother in his bulrush boat. If they find him, she thought, they'll kill him. But what could she do? She was too small to fight them. She was too slow to reach him and pull him back to shore, and there was no time to run for help. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was looking bad. Oh no. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was looking even worse. Oh no! The baby started to cry. The women started to point, and then one of them waded into the river, pulled the bulrush boat out of the water and carried it back to shore. The other women gathered round and blocked the girl's view. Now she was more helpless than ever. And then the girl remembered. She remembered the stories her mother had told her about God. God who had led Abraham to a special land. God who had protected Jacob from the anger of his brother. God who saved Joseph from another Pharaoh's prison. Maybe, just maybe, she thought, God would save her baby brother too. Please, God, she prayed, don't let them hurt him. At last the women moved away, and the girl could see her little brother again. He wasn't dead. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't even crying. In fact, one of the women was holding him and hugging him and stroking his head. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was looking better. Phew. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was time to do something. If those Egyptian women were not going to hurt her brother, then the girl wanted to know what they did intend to do with him. So she crept towards them, her head below the reeds and her ears wide open. I am Pharaoh's daughter, she heard one of the women say. I can do what I please, and what pleases me is to adopt this Hebrew child as my own. What I need is some woman to feed him and care for him until he is old enough to come and live with me. Like a pheasant spooked by a dog, like a puppet on a stage, like a jack in a box, or better still, a Jill in the box, the girl popped out of the reeds. I know a woman, she said, who would be perfect for the job. She doesn't live far from here, and I'm sure she would love and care for your baby as if he were her very own. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was time to do something. What was it like at the edge of the river? It was time to wonder. All right, said the Egyptian to the girl. Go and fetch this woman. Say that Pharaoh's daughter commands her to care for, and here she paused for little pulled out, for I pulled him out of the water. The girl nodded, then turned and ran quickly home. How wonderful! Her brother was safe. More wonderful still was his own mother would be able to take care of him. But what a silly name, little pulled out. What was the Egyptian word for that? Moses. And then the girl thought maybe it wasn't so silly. Maybe her brother's new name was a wonder too. For hadn't she prayed? And hadn't the God of her fathers heard her prayer and pulled little Moses out of trouble? Like he'd pulled Abraham and Jacob and Joseph out of trouble all those years ago. God had pulled them out to do something special with them. And so the girl wondered, had God pulled out Moses to do something special with him as well? What was it like at the edge of the river? It was time to wonder. Wow. You've probably heard of Moses and some of the stories. He went to Pharaoh when he was a grown-up to ask Pharaoh to let his people go. We'll hear that story a little bit later on in this series. But just for a moment, let's just stop and think. Is there something that's worrying you? Is there something you're anxious about? Well, if there is, maybe in the first instance you need to tell a parent or a carer or a teacher. But let's not forget God, the God of miracles who does all sorts of things. And he says in his Bible, in the Word, his Bible, he says that he will always be with us and he will never leave us. So let's just take a moment of quiet and then I'm going to say a prayer. And you can say Amen if you want to. Okay? Perhaps we close our eyes. Father God, thank you that Moses was rescued. Lord, we bring to you the things that worry us. Help us, Lord, to ask for help and help us, Lord, too, to know that you love us and that you will never leave us. And so we pray, Lord, that you would give us your peace, that we wouldn't have to worry, but we would know your peace, Lord, because you